Shane, Kings Lynn on Saturday. The tests don't get any easier, do they? But lads must be looking forward to this one.
Yeah, they don't. It's a great game for us to get out of sort of the form and the rut we're in. You look at these games and we've done well against I say we've done well. We've played well without getting results against the teams who are above us this season. So, yeah, at home against the team in form, definitely looking forward to it. Like I said, there's no better game really to go and win.
Yeah, you've said there we're in a bit of a rut. I guess there's no way of getting away from that in terms of the results and the goals in recent weeks. Mm-hmm. What's the feeling within the camp from a player's point of view?
I can only speak. I'll speak personally from me. Major frustration, because I look back at the games that we have played with the likes of Brackley, who we are by far the better team, created so many chances, didn't win. Darlington, by far the better team, created good chance in the game, didn't win. Chester, we go and shoot ourselves in the foot by individual error, and then a man getting sent off, and the same at Chorley, we get somebody sent off. So just thinking about it on the way in today, I don't think many teams have beat us this year. I think we've beaten ourselves, and that's the overall really riding frustration with me, because from box to box I think we've been really, really good, been in games, been very competitive. I just think we've lacked that cutting edge and that killer instinct in both boxes, which has really let us down, and obviously our league position sort of reflects that at the minute.
Yeah, it is frustrating, isn't it? And it's about managing, I suppose, the fact that the season so far hasn't gone as we would like it to have done, and that's frustrating. But also, there's games and points left to play for, and you've got to get up for that. Yeah,
we've got 9 games left, 27 points to play for. From a personal point of view, like, the season hasn't gone as I'd had hoped, as a team and performances personally. So it's 9 games for me to go and sort of find the consistency and the form that I've had for the last 7 or 8 years, and at this level, for one reason or another, it's not really planned out how I'd liked, or it's not gone as well as I'd liked on the pitch. But I'm not for the one I want to try, and I'll keep trying my hardest, giving 100% for the club. And like I said, I think me and you just spoke. I think we're 7 points off Charlie. I've seen it done before, and I won't be discounting it at all. We've got 9 games to go and get 27 points, and that's going to be the aim.
Yeah, and without belittling the shortcomings that you've talked about that have got us into the little pickle we're in at the moment, if there's any time to be hitting a run of form, it would be about now to start, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course. Like, you take a leaf out of York's book last year, and Boston's, where I was last year, probably weren't in as tough a predicament as we're in at the minute, but we weren't shouting from the rooftops at this time last year at Boston, and we still ended up making a playoff final. So listen, I'm not going to undersell how frustrating fans must be, we are as players, the management team must be, for the shortcomings we've had so far this year. But like I said, there's 9 games left, and we need to look at it as a mini league now, and go and try and top that mini league.
Do the players have to police themselves as well in a dressing room as a senior figure? Because fans obviously have their say from the stands and the terraces at any club. The management team will have their say in the dressing room, but I guess to a degree players have to go out and do it, don't they?
Yeah, of course I do, and a lot of the responsibility on the shortcomings of the season, in my opinion, lies with us players. Like I've just touched on there, I don't think I've been, well, I know I've not been to the standards I've set myself over the years. I think if you ask every other player in the dressing room, they'd probably say the same. So there's only so much sort of a management team can do. Like we've made a lot of individual errors this season. Me personally, I remember Bradford Park Avenue at home. I give the ball away, they had the one shot and they score, and we dropped 2 points from that. So yeah, we need to take a lot of responsibility. I know the gaffer comes on to these interviews and probably takes more than he should, but looking back on it, I think if you ask the players to look at it honestly, we obviously take the majority of the responsibility for sort of the shortcomings this year. But unfortunately, looking at it now, we're just 37 games gone. We can't do anything about those 47 games now. It's about finding that form, finding a way to win, and finding a way to score some goals in the next 9. And like I said, giving ourselves the best chance we can to make the playoffs.
And how do you manage that mentally? Because as you say, you've got to get on with the job now, and the end of the season will bring with it whatever it brings and wherever we finish. But for the sake of the 9 games, it's just got to be positivity, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not easy to do, I guess.
No, like I said, it's those 37 games are gone, and I've reflected on them. I reflect on every game after we play it, but it's about looking forward now. And sort of the frustrating thing is, I look at our form and I look at the games we've played in those last 5 games, and we've been the better team in all of them except Banbury, and even then for 25 minutes they didn't have a kick. So the performances have been there in glimpses and for long periods, like Darlington game, but I would take a terrible performance and 3 points on Saturday. But yeah, listen, it's about being positive. Like I said, we've got 9 games left, and it's about sort of locking those 37 behind, as hard as that may be, and thinking, right, all positive for the next 9, and let's try and get some points and aim for those playoffs.
And I know the group do enjoy playing football games at Arbury, don't they? I know the results are what they are at home, but in terms of the atmosphere and the things the fans create, and as a facility, it's a place that boys enjoy playing games.
Yeah, of course, love coming here. You know, for whatever reason, the home form's been nothing short of abysmal. You know, like, I think we can all agree on that, but I don't understand it. But yeah, I love home games, love coming here. Did as an away player, to be honest, just because you know you got a great pitch, and you know there's going to be a big crowd here, and it's something that we need to really thrive off over the next 4 or 5 home games, or however many we've got left, and sort of, like I said, little mini league, and try and turn the form here around.
And is that the message for fans as well going into Saturday? It's been tough, but we've got to stick together going into the weekend.
Yeah, listen, of course. I've been there when I'm part time, and you know you're going to work every day and you're working hard for your money, and you're coming to pay. And with a home form, it's not been great. But yeah, listen, they've been brilliant all year. Like, again, Saturday just gone with over 2,000 here. They've been coming out in the numbers and showing no end of support, even when results haven't been going away. So yeah, it's as much as I can say, it's about trying to stick together as a team, as a club, as a place, and trying to drag ourselves through this sort of rough period we're in.
I can see just from the way you're speaking that you're clearly really frustrated at how it's gone so far, but again, at the risk of repeating it, we're just going to try and put everything into a big finish now.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, coming here in the summer, it was a place I wanted to come, quit my job to come here, because I thought, if I'm going to get promoted somewhere this season, I felt this was going to be the club. It's something that I've been close to on so many occasions, and something that I think this club definitely and richly deserves. But you don't get anything. You don't get anything just because you deserve it, you know. And our shortcomings this year have been due to those players not performing on the pitch. But like I said, it's 9 games left. There's not a lot we can do about the games that have gone by, and it's about sort of putting those frustrations to the side, working hard on the training pitch, and trying to bring that positivity and energy to the next 9 games, and getting as many wins as possible.
Yeah, you want to do your bit, I suppose, as players, don't you? In so much as if a couple of teams in the playoffs fall away, you want to make sure you're there to catch them. Yeah,
of course. Nobody's really grabbed that last spot. We've had a few chances at it and sort of slipped away, and Charlie don't seem to be wanting it either. So it's between sort of them and probably 5, 6, 7 other teams, and we've got to give ourselves the best chance of making it. And I think we play a lot of the teams who are sort of going for that spot. So listen, it's a big 8 weeks for us as a club, as players as well. You know, contracts next year, etc. That'll be on minds of players, and yeah, we've got to do everything we can to try and put ourselves in the best position possible to grab that last place.